is back with us, Congressman Greg Steube from House Foreign Affairs. You're also from the state of Florida. We're so sorry for what's going on with Hurricane Ian in your home state, Congressman. And we know that you've been fighting the good fight for your constituents back there. Congressman, we wanted to ask you about this. It's great to have you on. What's your take on this?
Thanks,
I mean, Saudi Arabia is confirming that the president and the White House did pressure OPEC to delay cuts in oil output until after the midterm election. Now, critics are saying they did this so gas would not go up in order to keep Democrats in power. What do you make of all this?
Of course, the White House using their own election interference to try to control the price of gas at the pump because they know that's a huge issue for them. They wouldn't have to talk to Saudi Arabia at all if they didn't have a war on our own domestic production of energy and fuel. We could do it right here, but on day one, Biden decided to do away with the Keystone Pipeline, have war on our own domestic production of oil and gas, and if he opened that back up with the stroke of the pen, we would have our own production right here in the great country of the United States and be able to produce our own energy, just like right before Biden took office, we were energy independent under President Trump, and we could be that again, and we wouldn't have to beg Venezuela or Saudi Arabia or any of these other countries to pump more oil and gas.
Okay, let's switch gears. The Washington Times is reporting, based on Hunter Biden's laptop, that Hunter Biden's Chinese business partner at CEFC, Chinese billionaire Yi Jianmin, that he worked for a unit of the People's Liberation Army in Communist China involved in covert influence operations against the U.S. Mr. Yi, he's a former chairman of the now defunct CEFC Energy. He's been reportedly on bribery charges since 2018. Two studies of Chinese influence operations identified him as part of a special information warfare unit called Base 311. What's your take on this?
Well, again, another proof and evidence that Hunter Biden and his foreign dealings and Joe Biden had to have been involved in this, violated federal law. And it won't be until the Republicans take the majority back and have subpoena power and investigative power to get to the bottom of this, because clearly we have a DOJ that's completely politicized and doesn't want to investigate Hunter Biden and is more wanting to investigate those at January 6th and other types of conservatives, and not Hunter Biden, which clearly billions of dollars, millions of dollars that he was corrupted from these other dealings that he was doing while his dad was vice president. And who knows if this has been going on now.
Reports are that this unit that his partner was engaged in is what it's called the three warfares: public opinion warfare, psychological warfare, and legal warfare. That was Hunter's business partner. That's what the Washington Times says, based on Hunter Biden's laptop. Let's watch Representative James Coleman with us last night. Watch.
If he gets indicted for tax evasion and for lying on a gun purchase, then that's nothing compared to what he's going to get in trouble for. They are dealing with money laundering. They are dealing with influence peddling. They were dealing with being an unregistered foreign agent for our adversaries across the globe in at least 4 different countries. We're also going to try to get the banks to come forward with banking records. We want to know what those 150 bank violations were. By the way, Congress used to have access to those, but for whatever reason, Joe Biden changed rules. We're going to use subpoena power if we have to. Hopefully these people will come willingly and without subpoenas. We also have emails, text messages, and even voice messages.
Voice messages. Your final words, sir.
This is why it's so important that we take the House back. I couldn't agree more.
Okay, Congressman Steube, thank you for the quick wrap there. We're coming into the end of the show. We'll have you back on. I'm Elizabeth McDonald. You've been watching the Evening Edit. Thanks for joining us. We hope you have a good evening and join us again tomorrow night.